Intuit Cafe, and I am sitting down right now to record weekly general readings for all signs of the zodiac, and I'm doing it in groups by fire, water, earth, and air. So there will be 4 separate postings of videos, but this same introduction will be there for all of them. So if you're going to watch one of the others, you can go ahead and skip straight to the reading portion of it. But there are a few things I want to talk about really quickly, and also to introduce the theme for the reading for this week, because what I've done is really decided to tune into the energies that we're in right now in regards to this solar eclipse that's coming up. We've been in the midst of the eclipse season ever since January 5th, when we first had the lunar eclipse. Now the sun is the divine masculine and the moon is the divine feminine. We're having highlighted what does it take to have them be brought into union. One of our most pressing desires for seeking information has to do with relationships, because I really believe that we're entering a new phase of being where relationships, we're trying to change the way they've always been, and we're healing on the deepest levels of our own soul. We're doing that through different kinds of relationships that bring things up to us and reflect back to us where we need to heal in order to be able to move forward into a more divine love kind of connection with someone. And sometimes that person that we do that with is just a karmic partner to help you along that journey, in the sense that they'll be there for a time and then they're meant to move on in our lives. Some of you are going through that and you're trying to figure out, is this someone that I need to move away from, or is it someone that I'm really meant to stick around and be with? So we have questions around that. And then for others, you really have met and you've connected with a divine love partner that truly is going to be that person who you end up being in a relationship with in a long-term basis to really experience and bring divine love into this earth. One of the reasons I know you're here is to look and find the answers in that regard. Now, when you're finished watching the videos, if you have any further questions and you really want to know about something that will be happening in your own situation that's specifically tailored to your experiences, I'm going to be offering, just for a 1-week time, a limited time only, an eclipse energy follow-up session from 15 to 20 minutes long for just $33. That's not a package that I normally offer, so you're going to kind of get that mid-range opportunity for a special reading at this time. So one thing that I really wanted to do with the reading today was pick some cards that would be an overarching theme of what we're facing in terms of relationships, or what's going on with these divine love connections or with these karmic love connections, either coming into union with someone or moving on from someone. Like what are the themes, what's being brought up right now in order for there to be forward progress and forward movement. These are the cards that I pulled, and I'm really excited to dive deeper into them with each of the different groups of signs. But for all of us, this is what I got. With the masculine coming up in the center, we're having things in regards to the masculine energy are being highlighted with this eclipse. And the stars come up because they're really it's about optimism and faith, healing and forgiveness, and universal love. With the masculine here, and with this having this broader perspective on love with being highlighted because of the stars, it is telling us that that's what is being brought up for you right now. Or if you're looking toward a masculine, you can understand that this is actually kind of at the core of what's happening in relationships at this time. After the eclipse, we're going to start seeing a lot of movement and a lot of changes and a lot of shifts in regards to the masculine energy. And we're getting a hint of what that might be with the Tower. But in Lenormand, it actually is about things that have been lasting for a very long time. It goes deep into our past. So I'm even feeling like the energies of, deep karmic patterns that are in the masculine energy is there areas that need to have healing, and where divine love is trying to come in and seep through all the cracks inside of their heart to get to the core of this deep past. The feminine energy is coming in, and I actually feel that the stars represent that here also, with the healing and the optimism and the faith to help change what's been going on in the karmic wounds that are on our earth, the planet, especially highlighted right now in the masculine energies. What I'm going to do now is I've got the cards in front of me for the next sign group, and I'm going to just dive right into that. At the end, stay tuned, because after we look at these cards, you're going to have the opportunity to intuitively pick from 3 different videos and choose one of those videos with the intention of wanting to see what will happen next in your situation. Just look at the pictures, and whichever picture you're most drawn to, that's the one you should go with. Let me know how it goes in the comments below, and I'm looking forward to doing your readings. All right, fire signs. In the week following the eclipse, as we're kind of wrapping up or just actually kind of gaining momentum after the eclipse energies have been coming in, what are we going to see happen? We have the rider, which is the arrival of someone or of something. So something's coming in. And then we have the footprint, which is about making an impression. And also, how are we perceived, or what is our reputation about? Which is interesting because sometimes the stars actually does talk about our how publicly we are perceived by others. The rider and something coming in will make a big impression is what I'm getting here. So you do have something or someone coming in, and I do feel like it's connected with this man. For many of you, it could be this is the person who will be coming in and making a big impression in some way, which is kind of exciting, especially when we have it in terms of the star. So I do feel like some of you who haven't been hearing from somebody for a while, if they haven't been in touch with you, whether it's a man or a woman, other partner in this situation. And then what comes up in the very center is really beautiful. It's number 44, and it's the rabbits, and it's about desire. It is the desire for more of something. You know how rabbits multiply. So if there has been whatever has been going on between you and this other person, if they have been pulling back and held away from you for some reason, it does look like they're coming back and they want something more from you. Now, this may or may not be a good thing. I think that some of you who are in what I would term a karmic partner relationship, where we usually generally use that term in regards to someone who's only going to be or meant to be in your life for a shorter period of time for learning lessons, then it could be that when this person comes in, they might want more from you, but it's not something you're going to want at this time, and you'll need to stand up to that. But for some of you, if it is kind of like your destined partner kind of person, then it's a very good thing that desire for something more is bringing them in right now and going to be making a really impact on your life in some way. And it also is going to be having something to do with this tower, which is all about, like I said in the introduction, about that karmic wounds and the things from our deep past that need to be healed. And so I'm feeling that this connection, this desire from this person, or that makes a big impact in them coming in and they're wanting something more, it will have to do with the healing, because this is the star and the tower, about the healing and the forgiveness, and about and I'm not just saying necessarily even just forgiveness from you, like it can be forgiveness from yourself. I think that some people might come in and have be wanting to ask for forgiveness. That will be something that happens in this coming in how are we going to be perceived. They're worried. That is one thing. Some of them are worried about how will they be perceived when they come back in. But whether it's something that they need to forgive themselves about, or you need to forgive them about something in that coming in, that could come up in different ways for some of you. The visibility, the networking, and getting out there, and then we have the house where you live. What I'm feeling like, especially in connection to the tower, is that there's a lot of Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries, who have been kind of like holed up at home alone, and you haven't been getting out. You've been staying stuck, and you're not going anywhere. And it's asking you right now, or it's suggesting that you do need to get out. And the rider is somebody who makes movement, who goes somewhere. And footprints also have, like this idea of movement and moving forward and going somewhere. And so it does look like getting out of the house is going to be a key thing for some of the Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries out there in order to make this happen. And I feel like there's something about that, desiring something more like this. They're wanting to get out. They're wanting to get out there and become visible. We have the stars and the galaxy together, which is very interesting as well. So if you have any more questions about what might possibly happen next, then use one of the readings at the end. Pick one of them for like the action and outcome, and then let me know how that goes. Thanks so much for watching, liking, and subscribing to my channel. We'll see you around soon.